1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. How are we doing? Who have we got online today? Okay, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me okay? Are we live? Are we live? Can you hear me? So hopefully everybody can hear me fine, and you are all well and good. You're feeling good tonight. We're going to be talking about a few different things. Mainly we're going to be talking about some pickups. And we're going to sort of lead on from last time where we were speaking about ways of improving your guitar playing when you're soloing. So a few ideas from the kind of maybe the jazz idiom that you can put into your rock style. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later. But the question is today is, what is your favorite pickup? And what is your favorite pickup, and what is what is your favorite maker of pickup? Okay, so let me just see here if we have got anybody in there. Let me just go to another screen here because I don't think anyone's in. Is anyone watching this? Are we live? Is this working? Let's have a look here. Maybe I can. What are we doing? Okay, let's try and go here. 12 people. Okay, that's it. I think the other screen wasn't working, and I couldn't see. Okay, yeah, right. Here we go. Here's the comments. Sorry about that, guys. I was on the wrong screen. Hello, Gary. Hello, Mike. Hello, Vids for Squids. Philip. Hello, Ethan. And thank you for the compliment, Ethan. I completely messed up that intro, which is normally I can do it. Whoop. You know, normally, but whenever for some reason, that's one melody I always mess up. Other melodies, you know, and also and you know, most jazz melodies are easy, but that one for some reason always foxes me, and I always mess that one up. You must have a tune that you always mess up on. Tell me what that is. But the main thing we're talking about tonight is we're talking about pickups. What's your favorite pickup? Do you like old pickups? Do you like new pickups? And who makes them? Do you like the original ones from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, 70s maybe even? And what do you think of 70s Strat pickups, for example? Are they any good? They're pretty cheap on eBay. Maybe I've got a pickup I need for my Stratocaster. Maybe I should buy a 75 or 79 Strat pickup, you know, instead of a 60s one, because they're quite cheap. Do you like new pickups? You know, there's a lot of new fellas and ladies making pickups. And so tell me what you like. What is it? What's a pickup? What's the whole deal with pickups, you know? Do you like the old ones? And do you like the new ones, you know? So it'd be really good to get your thoughts on that, because I need to buy some pickups, you know. Should I get some replicas, or shall I look for the real deal, the vintage ones, you know? But they're going to cost more money. So tell me, guys. Tell me what you think. So it's Goose here live on Friday night. We can't go down the nightclub, so we are, because of lockdown, of course. So otherwise we'd be in the nightclub, wouldn't we? But we're not. So we're here on the live stream on the YouTube. And who we've got on, who's come to say hello to me tonight? We've got Jason. Hi, Jason from Stuttgart, Germany. Guten Abend, yes. Today's guitar is a little bit of a strange guitar. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, because it's got some really cool pickups in this, if you don't know this guitar already. Deja Voodoo. You've just fallen in love with the Fat Cat P90s. Well, the P90s could be the best pickup ever made. What do you guys think? Is the P90 the best pickup, or is the Stratocaster the best pickup? Maybe the Telecaster bridge pickup. You know, so you got Keith Richards, who loves a path in the neck. He loves a path pickup. You know, I've been playing a lot of George Benson. You know, George Benson likes a Johnny Smith floating pickup, which he put onto his Ibanez signature guitar, you know. So everybody kind of has their favorite pickups that they like, you know. And I'm going to tell you mine in a minute, you know, when I hear some of yours first, though. So Jacob, where are we here? We could get Jacob's saying, thinking about replacing the single coils in my Strat. Well, that's really interesting, because on my Stratocaster, I've got one ESP pickup, I've got one Mojo pickup, and then I've got space, and I'm thinking maybe put something, because those two pickups are moderately new, so maybe I need a vintage pickup in there just to balance it out. Maybe a 1970s Strat pickup. I think that would be cool. What do you think, guys? Rising Havoc, hey, how's it going? Jacob, yep. Boilermaker / oh, thanks, man. Chet Atkins, yeah, he's quite the fella. He's a really cool guy, isn't he? Texas Tyler, hi Tyler from Texas. I find that new pickups that are replications of older ones, think Throwback or Lola, for example. I never know how to say that. How do you say that? Lola, as in I met her in a club down in Yoho, where they drink champagne and it tastes just like Coca-Cola. Ayo, ay, Lola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her name and in a big round voice she said Lola. La 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 la. You know, some I can't remember the Kinks, but anyway, that's why I always think Lola or Lola. You know. Throwback, yeah. Everybody's been talking about throwbacks. What's the deal with Bob? I think even Bob's been talking about them, but everybody's been talking about them. My friends, a lot of friends, have been talking about throwback. They've been saying throwback are the best. We had an amazing guitarist in the guitar show called Scott McEwen. He's an incredible guitar player. Now I think he was talking about throwback as well. No, was it? No, it wasn't Scott. It was a young fella who comes on here actually to chat. Great guitarist, Connor Selby. I think he's put throwbacks in his Les Pauls, so sorry about that, guys. The memory isn't what it used to be. Ethan says, I have a soft spot for the Tele neck pickup. Yeah, that's interesting, because what's your view on Keith Richards putting an old PAF in the neck? Do you think he should leave the Telecaster pickup, which is a beautiful thing, the Telecaster pickup, why change it? Why indeed. Strat Man says, hello Ramon, I like my stock 1994 Strat pups the best. Yeah, well, this is the thing. As you well know, American Fender guitars, let me put it this way. Look, having a chat with my friend Dave the other day, and he was telling me, think about Jeff Beck, Buddy Guy and Eric Clapton. They've been using noiseless pickups since the late 80s. How many years is that? That's over 30 years. So they've been using noiseless pickups for over 30 years. They don't feel the need to go to a boutique maker or use an old pickup. They just want the noiseless pickup because those guys grew up in the 60s with the real deal, and it was noisy and it was humming all the time, and they just want a noiseless thing. They just want to play the music, man. They don't care about if it's made with fairy dust from the northern regions of Norway under a full moon. They don't care about all that stuff. They just want to pick up that works. So they're old school. We got a right lol. Lola. Thank you, Ninja. Very kind. Thank you, BV Ninja. Thank you. Is it no BV? Is it BV? I can't remember. Is it? Am I calling you Ninja or BV? Remind me. Worldwide Ghosts. That's a really cool. That's a really cool name. That is Worldwide. I like that. How's it going? Yep. How you doing? Rising Havoc says, throwback maps real vintage pickups, then remakes them. Yeah, like I said, I've heard a lot of good thing about throwbacks. Maybe they are the best pickups on the market. Maybe they're the best ones. I don't know. Gary says, I've got 3 pickups somewhere off a Strat that I took apart in the 70s. I will see if I can find them. Hey, Gary, please let me buy them off you. I need them. Gary. Ricardo, ¿puedes hablar español? Por supuesto, ¿no? You said, I'm a big fan of Lola. Montes. Yeah, Montes. Well, Montes, I met him. I think I met him. I don't know if he remembers me, but I certainly remember him. He's a cool fella. Porter and Bare Knuckles. Yeah, but Bare Knuckles are in England as well. So you like English pickups, yeah. Raw Vintage seems to be appealing as well. Love the joke. Oh, thank you, Ricardo. Well, Raw Vintage, man, I love their saddles and springs. I'm a big fan of Raw Vintage. I think they're from, if I'm right, I think they are from Japan. Are they from Japan? Tell me, you guys. But they're very good, so I imagine their pickups are good too. Yes, Yusuf, we were talking about Jeff Beck. We were just saying that he uses noiseless pickups, I'm pretty sure. You know, because like Eric Clapton came out with that Strat, you know, which is the noiseless pickup Strat. He's been using that, man, for 30 years. You know, he's not changing the pickups. He's just keeping the same pickups in there. If it's good enough for Clapton, it's good enough for me. Ethan, which you came in with a cool comment, but sorry, just navigating this screen here. I'll never tell Keith what to do with his telly, but yeah, personally, I wouldn't mess with the innate poetry of telly pickups. It's a very profound statement. Yeah, well, the tellies are, you know, they're a work of art, aren't they? Jason says, has anyone heard of Iron Gear pickups? Great reviews and well priced. I haven't heard of them. Deja, mini humbuckers are the next best pickup. Journey, yeah. Then okay, well, mini humbuckers. Those great pickups that were on. Are you talking about the ones that were on the Epiphones? Because they are amazing. Those Epiphone, like on the Riviera or Sheraton. Those were crazy. They were brilliant. But also then they were on the Deluxe. You know, they were on the Gibson 70s, and they used to sound fantastic. I always loved, you know, 70s Deluxes were brilliant sounding guitars. 3-piece bodies, or sandwich bodies, whatever. But you know, it makes the guitar stronger. You know, are you going to lose much tone? I don't think so. In my opinion, I think it's going to sound pretty much the same as a you know, a whole. You know, I don't think the, you know, Strats are 2-piece and 3-piece, aren't they? So, Mike says my telly has Seymour Lebre, Brad Paisley bridge, and Seymour mini humbucker Firebird in the neck. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I like that. I like that combination. Firebird pickups, incredible. I did have a Firebird for a short time. Unfortunately, I had to sell it due to financial problems, but god damn it, I miss that guitar. Let's have a look. Thomas says, I have 3 1967 vintage pickups. You are very lucky, Thomas. If you ever need to get rid of them, if you ever feel your life is cluttered, please get in contact. And because I need just one. I don't need all 3. I just need one of them. I have one sometime. One more. Okay, Deja Vu. Sorry. Texan says, for the other folks in Texas, Jimmy Wallace makes some absolutely killer T-top replicas in addition to Pops. I've heard of Jimmy Wallace. So yeah, great stuff. Ricardo says, I'm Portuguese actually, but I live close. I think we've had this conversation before, Ricardo. So apologies. Yes, you live in Hertfordshire, where I live here. I'm living in the north of London. It's a beautiful place. You can have the city. You can dive into the city in London, or you can go for a walk. And actually, literally 5 minutes from where I live is a big mansion. And the guy that lives there is a guy that did this album called War of the Worlds. I've never really known too much about this guy, but he's got a studio there apparently. And so if you're a fan of War of the Worlds, that's my neighbour. Goose for a Strat. If there's one, have a look at Lindy Freyland's Vintage Hot. You know what? Okay, let me tell you my story with Vintage Hot. So Lindy Freyland Vintage Hots, they were the pickup, 15, 20 years ago. That was the in pickup. Everybody was talking about Lindy Freyland's Vintage Hots. We all had them in our Strats. But for me, the problem with them is that they were so powerful that they pulled the strings. So you'd get these double harmonics because of the magnet pull. So then you had to have them quite low. And then it kind of defeated the object. For me, anyway. I had this Nash Strat. And so maybe I should give them another go. Maybe I'm being harsh on Lindy Freyland's, because he is an amazing, he's an amazing pickup maker. So I'm gonna show you these pickups in a minute. These are called if I can find a plectrum, guys. I've been fooling around here. The story of my life, the pain of my life, is looking for plectrums, because I never can find a plectrum. So, no, I did have one here. Well, what I'm going to do is demonstrate these pickups in this guitar here for you now. This is a I made this guitar myself. with the help of a guy called Robert Gilmore, who made the neck for me. And this has got a 50s Dynasonic, Diamond Dynasonic, okay? Let me go here. So this is a 50s, this one here. And I got this one at a good price, actually, off of Reverb. And then this one here I got from my very good friend, Tim Pells. Great classical and country and jazz blues guitarist, really, really good friend of mine. And he gave me this pickup, so it was very, very kind of him. And this is actually the bridge pickup on a Guild, so you can see how that was very tall. We've had to really route into the body here in order to fit that and cut off the extra kind of depth of the pickup, because they kind of come with the screws. And this measures 8K. This one in the neck is 10K. So this is a rewound one, and this is an original. This has not been rewound, and this is the original. This is a rewound one, done by some guy in San Francisco. But he's done a great job, and this one is all original. It's never been rewound, so it's a real McCoy. So what you were hearing back then was the neck pickup. So I really built this guitar just to house these vintage pickups. That, you know, they're both essentially from the 50s. Because for me, the Dynasonic Diamond Dynasonic is really my favorite pickup. Okay. Now I don't have too much experience with the replicas, but as far as I'm concerned, these are really, really great pickups. So if you ever get the chance to maybe try an old Guild guitar or a Gretsch, or if you see one for a good price, really jump on one of these pickups, because they really, really are. You know, it's kind of like the birth of rock and roll, the birth of jazz, the birth of blues. Everything was kind of originally played on these pickups. You know, so you can, when you play these pickups, it's like going down memory, you know, history, the sort of history of music, playing these pickups. Right, where are my boxes? I should have organised this, guys, before, but okay, I'm going to attempt to play with a bit of plastic I found on the table. Oh, here we go. Here we found it. So you're going to hear this. This is, I'm going to play you a little blues now. Let's try this backing track. Here we go. Is this gonna work? Let me just try this, guys. One sec. So yeah, so what these are really, really good for, these are really, really great for the sort of you know, just the blues, the jazz sort of sound, and you know, that kind of vibe. That's what they are really, really nice for, you know, just for that this kind of vintage sound. So I'll just play you a little blues, and you can hear what they sound like. So that's a kind of a demonstration of these pickups going from the neck, which is quite very jazzy. Then here you could. You could do all the rockabilly stuff, and then here, well, here you got the twangs. But then also you can read, this is great if you put the tone off, but this is the bridge pickup here. So it's quite a cool rock sort of. So you got quite a range in tones on this guitar because of these pickups, and these are vintage. You know, these are 1950s pickups. Okay, so check them out, the Almonds. They're my favorite pickups, guys. I love them. So let's go back to some comments and see how we're doing, guys. We have got. Let's see who we got, because I've been playing a little bit, haven't I? So Alan says, best diamonds I have ever heard, Eric Bell's Stratocaster. Ah, that's interesting. I should check that out. I didn't realize he had. Did he have these pickups here in the Strat? And who we got here? So, hey Mark, what year? Okay, this we're talking amongst each other, which is very nice. El Mud says Diamond Heshe bars, Dynasonics and Golfos in general together with P90s are the best. Yeah, I mean, you know, Yusuf also says Diamonds, he likes them. And yeah, Alan says Brandon wound PAF clones in my 2001 Gary Moore Les Paul with vintage spec loom, like a new guitar. Okay, and Jason says Jeff Wayne is your neighbour. Yes, that's right. Jeff Wayne lived next door to me. Well, it's over the field. He's a field away, so it's like 2-minute walk, you know. War of the Worlds was a cool album, yeah. So yeah, I think he's got a studio, and I think you two have recorded there. You know, my friend John, who knows, he was in the kind of recording industry much more than I am. He says apparently everyone's recorded in his home studio. So yeah, really interesting. But it's interesting who your neighbours are. You never know who your neighbours are. Let's go to some more comments here. Rising says, "Get them dirty goose." Yeah, that's what I mean. We need to sometimes dirty it up. You know, I'm going to show you some Les Paul pickups now. So let me just go and get my other Les Paul. Okay, guys. So I don't often play this guitar much anymore because I kind of. Really, I only play my Les Paul for the YouTube channel. I don't sort of really play it. There's one song I recorded, which was called Why. Why indeed. And that particular guitar, this particular guitar was really good for that song because I was trying to invoke a Peter Green sound from this guitar. So this guitar, I have there's a guy called Mojo Pickups, and not Mojo Tone, because I think that we did a video, me and Bob, the last video we did together, and Bob said that these were called Mojo Tone. They're not. These are Mojo Pickups. So Mojo Tone are another pickup maker. I think they're from the US, but I think they're pretty good by all accounts, you know. So here's the deal with Mojo Pickups. what can I say? They're my favorite pickups. They're my favorite kind of modern makeup, as in humbuckers. I don't say he does other pickups as well, but certainly the humbuckers are the best humbuckers I've ever used, and that's a fact. But I did actually I did want some more of these, but because these are really, really amazing. I don't know if Mark's still doing these, but Mark's a brilliant pickup winder. This particular one here is a Peter Green replica, which these are 2 prototype pickups, because I had a really good sort of friendship with Mark. Not friendship, but an acquaintance, and he'd send me his prototypes. So this is a Bernie Marsden. This is the Crazy Parts in Germany sell these, or did sell them. I don't know if they still do. And this was a prototype for one of the Bernie Marsden copy Crazy Parts pickups. And then this was a prototype. I think this was the first ever reverse wound Peter Green pickup he made, because I asked him. And now I think he does them a lot, but this was because I asked him to do it. Because when I was researching actually for the YouTube channel the history of Peter Green's guitars, I find that there was a good argument that his pickup could have been reverse wound, which gave him that magical tone, the Holy Grail tone. So who knows the truth of the matter. But anyway, I'm going to play this in the middle position. Let's just tune her up first. And all my guitars have a name. They all have a lady's name. And this one. So let's just tune her up. There we go. So now actually this guitar's not actually working, so that's great. So sorry about that, guys, but okay, so I can't show you the out of phase because it's not actually working. There you go. Oh, here we go. So the out of phase on this guitar is very subtle. Okay, so I'm going to play you a Peter Green sort of solo. Let's play Black Magic Woman. Whoop. Is this going to work? Sorry about this, guys. I can't do it. I cannot do it because it's okay. Anyway, let's go. So let's just go to this bridge pickup. This is a bit of a disaster, isn't it? This is a bridge pickup. So this is a bridge pickup made by Mojo Pickups, and it's a replica of Bernie Marsden's the Monster. I think he calls it the Monster. Is it? Or no, the something rather. And it's a very good overdriven, that sort of. So they're kind of Clapton, Blues Breakers, sort of blues rock 60 thing. That pickup is a very, very good pickup for that. And the next, I don't know what's happened to the neck, it's not working, but So that's this combination is really, really good. And I'm going to show you. So this is a reverse wound, and this is a modern pickup. You know, these were made in the last 5 years, I guess, but they're really, really nice. They clean up too. So you know, the really good thing about like Fleetwood Mac, which I used to love, is Danny Kirwan when he was backing up Peter Green. You know, he would play a lot of the times. He would play on the bridge pickup. You know, he would be sort of strumming. He would be strumming, but on the bridge pickup, but quite softly. You know, so if we're doing that. So that was kind of the great thing about the Les Paul and getting some good pickups in your Les Paul is that they're not too harsh, and they're kind of the sweet. You want that sweetness to come through, and it almost be a transparent sound. You know. Let me just show you some more pickups in my SG, because it's the same pickups, but this is instead of a reverse wind, it's got a magnet flip. So this one actually does work, and with the SG here you can see the whole deal is when you're setting up a guitar with the out of phase sound. You kind of dial in. You set what I tend to do is set the neck. So, and then I come down to the bridge, and you kind of mix the out of phase sort of tone in. You know, if you do have them both. So that kind of really gives you the nice out of phase thing. This is a magnet flip as opposed to the other one, which is a real shame I can't show you that one. But the magnet flip, most people say it was a magnet flip, not a rewind around the wrong way. And but anyway, this I love that. I don't have any humbuckers except my Explorer, which are not out of phase, because I really love that out of phase sound. It's really funky as well, because you can play sort of. yeah, that kind of sort of funk sort of thing is really nice with the out of phase tone. Okay, right, guys. So let's go back to some comments. Sorry, I've neglected you. We're talking about pickups today. We're talking about what's your favorite pickup. So let's get some answers. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to take it from. Where should I take it from? Here. Philip says, Kloppermans are excellent. Are they German? Sound German. Worldwide says that's and Pat's sport coats, pipe and beard. Alaquin says Duncan 59 sets come with makers guitars. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Simon Duncan. He's great. Jason says, okay, Rick USA, the Peter Green Epi was awesome. I didn't know, did the Epiphone do a Peter Green one? I didn't know if they did that. Strat Cat says, need some phone under the neck pickup. Yeah, I don't know what's gone wrong with that neck pickup. Something's drastically wrong. Rising Havoc, Peter Green was a big influence on British sound. Yeah, he was. He was very much, every, as were Eric Clapton, Mick Ronson. In fact, Mick Ronson, we need to show Mick Ronson some love because we haven't really done him much on the guitar show, but I'm going to do a video on Mick Ronson pretty soon. I have actually mentioned him once, actually, in a history video. Jason Carter says, Ramon is smiling to himself when he says, all his guitars have ladies' names. We need to... okay, let's move on from there. BV Ninja says, throwback, do some great PVPUs. Tommy Duffy says, the Beast. That's it, it's the Beast. It's not the Monster, it's the Beast. He doesn't play the Monster. Why would he play the Monster? Why did I say Monster? I don't know, but it's called the Beast. Ricardo says, the Greenbaum episode was awesome, man. Thank you very much, Ricardo. I love his out of phase tone, by the way. Bare Knuckles makes a PG set. Have you tried it? No, I haven't. No, because I was in with Mojo Pickups. Mark, I don't know his surname, but Mark from Mojo Pickups was making me pickups, and I was making him a demo, so he was just giving me a set. He'd come up with something new, and he'd give it to me, and I'd make a video, and I'd give my feedback. So it wasn't like I was, it was just that was a deal, But we've lost touch, sadly. Mark, call me. Give me a call, man. If you're out there, I'll pay you. Jason says, "I'm very kind." Hey, Jason, you're too kind to me. You're too kind. Very, very nice. Strat Cat says Gibson 57 Classics for me. You know what? They are really good, guys. Who likes Gibson's? Who likes Gibson pickups? Because they're not bad. Gibson pickups are pretty cool. Tom Holmes, I think, did Tom Holmes work for Gibson and design those ones? I think he did. Yeah. I used to have some Tom Holmes. They were very good as well. So, pro tip. There is a great German pup maker. His name is David Barfus. He does amazing work. Okay, we'll check him out. Definitely. Thanks for that. Yes, Albatross. It's a Peter Green song. Just love it. It kind of reminds me of the Santo and Johnny song, the... That, I love those old sort of 50s things. And Albatross is kind of out of that sort of mode. Yo, London, James says. How's it going, James? Great to have you on board. And James, you've got an Explorer in your avatar, so you are the man. I respect you. BV says, Ramon, don't get too close to the originals. YouTube will take the live down. Okay, yeah. There's never going to be a situation where I can play an original note for note anyway. I always make a mistake. And Rising Havoc says, where were we? I've just lost that. Oh, Davey, God bless you. Davey says, I want to hear a Goose Woodford EP that mixes George Michael and Raikuda. Let me get a brandy. You're going to hear that very soon, guys. You're going to hear... Davey Woodford is an incredible guitar player out in Cyprus. An amazing singer. And we've been working together on some original songs. So I'm going to be really looking for it. Next stream, I'll stream you some of these songs because we put a lot of hard effort into them. So it's some original songs, you know. Deja says, could the ability to match the right pickups with the right guitar be the most important of all guitar tech luthier skills? Helping a guitar find its true voice is so satisfying. I'm glad you said that, Jason, because sorry, Deja. It's not Deja. Deja Voodoo says, very, very important thing, guys. You know, there's no such thing as the best pickup. The best pickup is the best pickup for the guitar. It's not like the best pickup. It's the best pickup that works in your guitar. That's all it is. So when people say, "Oh, this company does the best pickups," you know, there's a really great I love Premier Guitar YouTube channel with the rig rundowns, and there was I think it was a SNL, Saturday Night Live, and there was this guy, one of the older guys, to put it politely. I think his name is Sid. And he had an 80s ESP pickup in his 54 Stratocaster. You know, he had the originals in the bridge and the neck, but in the middle he had an ESP reverse wound from the 80s. You know, it's because that works in his guitar, you know, better than anything else. So it's not like you need an original or something, or you need a certain maker. It's just whatever works with your guitar. My Explorer has Mojo pickups. It's the best sounding guitar ever because those pickups just work excellently in that guitar. If I had other pickups, it wouldn't sound so good. So, you know, it's about finding the right pickups. You might spend forever, but, you know, like somebody like Joe Bonamassa's pretty cool, where he says, Joe Bonamassa says, you know, when you get a guitar, don't mess with it. You know, play it if you like it, and it sounds great, leave it, because inevitably when you mess about and bolt things on and takes things off in the hope of making it the perfect guitar, it normally is not. You know, it's better where you know, just to find a guitar you like and leave the parts on there. You know, so some of my parts, you know, this is a Goto bridge, this is Goto, these are Goto. You know, I know there's some reproductions that sound amazing, but this guitar just sounds great, so I don't need to change it. I don't need to buy another a Faber or whatever they're called, or Crazy Parts website. I don't need to, because the guitar just sounds great as it is. There's no need for me to go and have a silly search. But I do. Okay, thanks. So I'll BV's Mojo's marks. He's written his name down there. But one thing I do like to change is on a Telecaster. If the ashtray is too thick, which I'll show you in a minute, I like to use Glendale. Glendale bridges are very good. Highly recommend those. Okay, let's go to some more comments. Jason says, off topic, but would you revisit Decca Studios again sometime? Love that. Yeah, I am. I'm going to go down to Decca. So Decca is a studio here near where I live in West Hampstead. And I'm going to go there again because that's where the Rolling Stones, my hero Brian Jones, would record a lot, you know. And you know, and it's such a magical place. You know, Frank Sinatra, I think, did some records there, and I think the Beatles did their demo. They were famously turned down by Decca, but Django Reinhardt, you know, even Django Reinhardt. I think everybody has to learn. This is the thing with Django Reinhardt. Everybody should learn one Django Reinhardt song, because that kind of gypsy sort of, it lends itself so well to an electric guitar. You know, you play Django on electric. I play a hack version of a Django. There's a proper way of doing it, which is not how I do it, obviously. But the actual music, the notes work really, really well on guitar. And if you can take some of that language, some of those lines that Django played, and put it into your own, it's a really, really good thing. I'll show you guys. This is one thing I do. So on a blues, I'm going to give you a little guitar lesson now, because I did say I would. So here we have. Let me just move this mic down a bit so you can hear me. So let me just turn this up a bit so you can hear me. We're going to be playing. Let's play an A7 chord. Let's make it nice and easy. A7 chord. Now in a blues, you go A7, 2, 3, for 4 bars, whatever. And then you come to this chord, which is a D7. Now, you can do this little Django thing, which is a really beautiful line. So that is... Okay. That's just kind of the simplest way I could to quickly show it to you. And that there you've got your major third interval of your 4 chord, or your D7, which is an F sharp. So you could see it as an A minor 7. So if you're playing a blues, so that's just a little line there, little Django. Charlie Christian used to use that sort of a similar. So that he'd go like a chromatic. If I show you that really slowly. You can see this as a D, D9. We've got a B there, so that's a third. You've got your B, which is a third of a D major. So what am I thinking? No, it's not. 6. Sorry, my brain's not working today. It's a 6. So 6 plus 7 is 6 plus 7 is 13. So it's a 13. Start on the 13. Yeah. Do that at home, guys. Grab a guitar. Do this. And then you go into your 4 chord. You see, because you're here on your A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then if you can hit that on your 4th bar, you can hit that so that is your first beat of your 5th bar. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, and then back again. But just try that, guys. Just try that little technique there. And Django and Charlie Christian do it. You can do the minor shape, or you could even do major. You could use it over an A7, like an arpeggio. But really, the Django thing is, really cool little line there. Alright, but he only used to use 2 fingers. So anyway, guys, check out some Django Reinhardt. Get some Django Reinhardt in your playing. If you've never learned a Django Reinhardt song, get minor swing. Learn minor swing. That's a really cool song. My favourite song by Django is Rose Room, which Charlie Christian did as well. that there, he's doing it right there. You know, so he does that lick all the time. And even here, you know, so check out Django. And then, you know, if you hear a lot of players like Danny Kerwin and Jeff Beck, those guys, you know, there's a lot of, you know, Peter Frampton, a lot of those guys, you know, were influenced by Django and put it on electric guitar in blues, you know, and it really does work. It just really translates to electric guitar. I don't know why, but it just really works well. Okay, enough about Django. Well, let's do some more. 57 classics are fine. The kids expect them to chug and gent, not for every Les Paul. Okay, yeah. With me, with a humbucker, you really want that transparent, airy sound, you know, so that when you're, if I'm here on the bridge pickup, you know, you've got that nice. So that's, you know, that I've rolled down the volume quite a bit, but you kind of want that sort of really airy, smooth, not thick and harsh. You don't want a harsh sound from a humbucker. You want to you know, so you can play Hendrix on it, but you can also play some, you know, fingerstyle. You know, a humbucker. So, you know, really a humbucker should be, you know, like the kind of classic West Montgomery sound or B.B. King sound. But you should be able to strum on it. You should be able to, you know, play classical guitar, whatever you want on it, because it's a pickup, you know. And sometimes people want this harsh, crazy, over-the-top sound, and that's not really what I think a humbucker should be really known for. It should be more of an airy, beautiful, you know, crystal sort of sound, you know. But that's just me. Maybe you've got some other thoughts. So we're going to spend the rest of this stream answering some questions, if anyone has any. Whitsand Studio said, had a few nice pickups made by House of Tone, mainly play slide. Great. Rising Havoc says, Willie knows where he came from. That's what I love about him. So we're talking about Django and Jason says, Ramon, off topic, would you be okay, right, we've done that one. Yes, so sorry, Jason, to answer your question, yes, I kind of went off on a complete tangent there. Jason says, Rising Havoc is a professor of music. He is a fountain of knowledge and help. I am lucky enough to call him a friend now. Amazing guy. That's amazing. So great. Loving the E minor 11. Yeah, you know, this is the chord that I used in the beginning of the this is my favorite chord at the moment. It's a C minor 6/9. So let's learn a chord. Third finger on the A string, 3rd fret, pinky on the 3rd fret, B string. So third finger, third fret A string, pinky on the B string, third fret. And then we're going to put the first finger here on the D string, first fret. And then the second finger goes on the G string, second fret. So this is kind of like a C minor 6/9, but it's a really nice sort of C minor 9 with that. It's kind of like if you were doing an introduction to a song, you might sort of, have the cymbals going. So check that chord out. Deja Vu says Lucas Nelson has a sweet signature Les Paul Jr. P90 that is on my guitar bucket list. And Willie, what a man and what a family. Talking about P90s, Bob and I have just done a guitar show all about P90 pickups in some vintage Gibson guitars. So that's well worth checking out, because I was really amazed at how great those 50s P90s sound. There's incredible pickup. My favorite pickup is the Diamond Dynasonic, but I think a close second would be that one of those original P90s. So that's definitely a video you might want to check out if you're into P90s. Okay, we're going to finish up here, man. It's been really great. This is a pretty short stream, but I just wanted to touch base with everybody. If anyone's got any more questions, feel free to ask me. Now, let me just see if I can do this. If I can do videos, so yeah, I'll see video source. If I do that, create new. Okay, and what I'm going to do is play you out. Hopefully, there's a playlist here. Add a directory. See if this works. Guys, it's been amazing to touch base with you. We're going to get back as well to the history of videos. I've taken a little bit of a rest off doing that because, as you can imagine, it's a bit of hard work. But we're going to come back to that. We're going to hopefully come back to that really quick and do that again. And yeah, so let me know if you've got any more questions tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be a good night from me. And I'm going to play you out with some music, I think. Let me just see if I can get this working though, because I don't think I can. How do I do this? No, unfortunately I can't get it working tonight. That's a real shame. I'll work up. I was trying to play it back into it, but never mind. Let me think of something I can play. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play you a African song to finish. Okay, so I'm going to play you a Farka Touré song. And this particular song guys, is this is kind of based on an Farka Touré sort of song. And actually tomorrow it's the anniversary of Farka Touré's death, who passed away sadly in, I think it was 2006. So Farka Touré was Africa's I can't even speak tonight, Africa's best legendary guitar player. And so we're going to do a little tribute now. We're going to play this one out to the great Farka Touré, Malian Sahara Desert guitar player, who was very, very influenced by blues music, American blues music like John Lee Hooker. But then he incorporated the blues into his own style, and that kind of made it really accessible for, maybe people who weren't so used to African music. But this is kind of maybe a little bit more traditional, but I'm just going to kind of improvise on the theme here. But this is kind of his style, which is a really beautiful style, if I can do it in justice. Now, he had a guitar which only had one pickup. His guitar it only had this bridge pickup here. So this is a song I wrote called O Sahara. Guys, you can play along with me at home if you want. All I'm doing is basically an E minor chord to an A minor chord. So E minor to A minor, and I'm just, so it's E minor, A minor, and then I'm playing the E minor scale with a few other embellishments, but that's it. See if you can play along. Well, let's play this out. So good night, everybody. God bless Farka Touré, to his memory, a great African guitar player and human. Here we go. Thanks a lot, guys. Good night. God bless.